Hi, in this video we are going to discuss about Databricks Genie. They also call it AI BI Genie. We will start by understanding what exactly is Genie and its capabilities. Then we will jump to the hands-on demo where we will create a Genie workspace. Then we will query it. We will analyze what all features and configurations does it have. And at the end we will discuss some of its limitations also. So let's get started. Databricks Genie, it is a capability in Databricks which enables business users to run any interactive analysis without writing any code. So it is like if we have multiple tables or any other kind of data sets in Databricks, uh, business users, they will be able to ask questions in natural language, like in simple English. It will be able to understand the user's question. It will translate those questions automatically into a SQL query. It will execute that SQL query, provide the results in a best way, directly as a table, or it can create the dashboards also automatically. So this is the main idea behind creating Genie workspace. Now let's jump to the demo and let's see all these in action. This is my Databricks workspace homepage. And Databricks Genie, we will find it here. Let's start by creating a new Genie workspace. While creating anything new, first we need to select all the datasets or the tables that will be part of the Genie, for which we need to analyze the data. So here I'm selecting these two. And that's it. My Genie workspace, it is ready now, ready to be queried. With just single button click, everything is created for me. And now let's give it a good name. Also, let's add a description for this workspace. With this, it is ready to be used now. These are some of the sample questions it is suggesting, but we can write anything of our own also here. Let me ask something custom to this. Based on my query, now it is trying to find out the right data, then developing a calculation, putting the results. Here we can see the results and we can check that these are the two data sets it has used, and then just some basic explanation. Here we can see the actual results of our query, and we can check out the code also that it has generated. And how exactly it is able to do all these things is that it takes our input query and then it uses some of the information which it has stored, like the data sets, their description, their column and column description, and we can provide some additional details also that we will see. All these things it combines and then it generates the best suitable SQL query. It executes it and provides us the results. And automatically it is providing a good suitable dashboard to us, which we can download and share with anyone. Based on these results, we can provide it feedback also that this is a good result so that it can learn from it. And then next time, Genie can use this information to provide information more quickly. And here automatically it is suggesting some follow-up questions. We can again type something here or just click any of those options. And again, we can see that the data is available. The dashboard is also ready for us. This time also, let's give it a feedback. Now let's check out other options in Genie. Using this option, we can create a new chat and it will be a fresh chat that is going to happen. Now let's check out the configurations which are available. Here we can see that it is showing us the data which are already available as part of this workspace. Here we can set up some instructions also. Let's say if we want the results in some particular language, or if we want to create the dashboards automatically or not create them automatically, that kind of instructions we can set up here so that it can provide better response. in this join section, we can provide how different tables can be joined with each other. In this example, it was able to join automatically because there were only two tables and column name was also same. But here we can mention explicitly also whichever tables can be joined with each other, so that it will use this information for building the queries. We can set up multiple join things based on multiple data sets and the requirement. Here in this section, we can mention some SQL queries and functions also. So if I click add here, so we can give it some example question. Let's say if I go to history, and this is the question that we had asked, and then this is the code which was generated. So we can set up this question and this SQL query in the configuration, so that it will know that for this question this is the right query, and next time it will not generate from scratch. It will refer that data and provide the results more quickly. Let me go back to configurations, and here we can add these details. This is going to be my question and this is going to be my query. After that, we can save it and it will be used automatically in future cases. And if you noticed here, we can parameterize the queries also and put some more details around it. What this query means and how it can help the users, what kind of data it is providing, that kind of information we can provide here. Next, if we go to settings, so here we see the same settings like the title, the warehouse, the description, and we can provide some sample questions here also, so that whenever somebody creates a new chat, they will be able to see these questions. Next, let's check out what is benchmark. As the name suggests, here we can put up some benchmark. Let's say here we can give it any question, and we can also provide it a SQL that shall be generated for that question. After that, we can click this add benchmark. Now our benchmark is added and we can run the benchmarks here. Now it will evaluate whatever benchmarks we have added, and what it will try to do is it will check whether it is able to generate the same query that we provided as part of the benchmark, or it is generating something different. Here, because I copy pasted the same query, so it is saying that assessment is good, but in actual environment we will want to provide some of the benchmarks depending on our scenario, and this helps us to evaluate whether our environment it is working as per expected or not. In the monitoring section, we will be able to monitor whatever queries has been run previously, so those things we can monitor here. From this share section, we can share this workspace with any user that we want. And here we can clone it and then enhance it as a separate copy also if we want, or we can simply delete it. So these are all the options which are available as part of the Genie workspace. So far we have talked so many features about Genie. Now let's understand what are some of its main limitations. In terms of number of tables, currently it supports 25 tables in a single workspace. We cannot analyze more than 25 tables into a single workspace as of now. In terms of compute, it supports Pro and serverless SQL warehouse as of now. Other types of computes are not yet supported. And in terms of multiple users and concurrent queries, it can support 20 queries per minute as of now, including all the Genie workspaces in our workspace. That means if we have multiple Genie workspaces, multiple users are using, so within 1 minute it will support 20 queries. More than that it cannot support. So if we are okay with all these limitations and these are suitable for our business use case, then definitely Genie is a very good tool which we can use. These are all the details I wanted to share about Genie. I hope you liked the video. If you still have any questions or queries, do let me know. Thank you. Bye bye.